What? An intro needs to get your attention, right? Didn't I get your attention? It's been a while, like while, since I've done a storytime animation. But today, we're talking about Room 11. Is it a hotel room, a hospital room, or one of those rooms that are haunted, storing the souls of the damned, putting unfortunate people into a deep slumber full of never-ending nightmare, never to wake up from suffering till the day they die? No, it's a classroom. Baka. Sorry to those that click on this video that thought this was a horror story. Oh, my bad. It's been a long time since we get to be attending classes in the classroom. And it happened at the last quarter, so I had no idea what to expect. It's been what? 2 years maybe since we last had face-to-face classes? And all I know is that, boy, I'm absolutely rusty. On the first day before going to school, I reviewed as much as possible and retained as much knowledge as possible. You know, instead of nilly-willy hoping for the best and then making a fool of myself in class. It kinda didn't help that a majority of my classmates are those I didn't have much interaction with. We were very few, but am I gonna make a video when all I did was succeed at school stuff? No. But surprisingly, it's Room 11 that made me closer to those I never imagined I'd be friends with. And I know, this whole friendship shtick is so lame and cliche, and shut up, Kay. I have friends, and you don't. I usually dreaded going to school. I don't despise it to the point that I want to swear a personal vendetta against it, but it wasn't that very fun for me either, to say it simply and bluntly. But it surprised me as it made itself quite memorable and fun. One of the things that surprised me was math. The subject I feared the most. I just feared the possible upcoming mockery of, oh, you're not good at math, you're at the model section, but you're not good at math, nya nya nya, which I never was. I usually don't have troubles with answering orally, except on math. I think you can understand why. But I chinned up, raised my hand, and adapted to the saying, and it surprisingly went well. I was able to keep up, which I never thought I could do. And I've never felt this much ease and comfort in a classroom ever. There's always chaos abound, in a good way. There's this teacher that would pass by our classroom every once in a while, and every time one of my classmates sees him, he just fawns over him like a mad lad. But also, during tests, one of them would go, hey, this is not in what I reviewed. Dang it. Or one of them would go, huh, this seems familiar. And just can't remember it for the life of them. Come on, we've all been there in these situations. We would review together, play chess during breaks, bring up volleyball every single damn time in classroom for some reason, ask each other, hey, what are the assignments again? Before we immediately forget and don't bring homework next thing in the morning, the teachers were also cool and goes along our vibe and are enjoying us since we're apparently so active and fun to be with. Compared to the other rooms that seem to be so scared of them that their souls are gonna fly away. Apparently, that's what the teacher said. But one thing I want to bring up is that one of the things that were taught to us was nail art and nail things. And I'm a man. Granted, some men right now actually are fond of nail arts, but not me. I'm probably the worst when it comes to nails among us. Was this also taught to y'all? Yeah, no, I doubt that. I did manage though, through my own tricks. I had to go all out on the additional things that come with the nail arts in exchange for how terrible I am at it. And I guess it worked. We were also tasked to do reporting, and unlike others that thinks reporting is nerve-wracking and will sweat bullets the second they get in front of class, I actually like reporting and making it entertaining and intriguing, since I also want to be a teacher. I even helped out others report, and it was fun. But then came the tests. The tests that were absolutely a disaster. When we did the tests, the scores weren't revealed immediately. So there's that. And if there's one thing I can't handle, well, it's failure. And I think you can already see where this is going. We were checking one of the tests, of which I was kinda confident that, yeah, I think I'll pass this. But then it made a full 180 on me, and I failed. That sucked. But the next test was math. I was doing well with math thus far, but I still took great caution and reviewed as much as possible. The test began, and there it was. I reviewed, and reviewed, and reviewed, and all that knowledge slipped away at that moment. I was screwed. I did the test, and I failed once again. At that point, I'd lost all my confidence on passing. At that moment, I was so sure everything else will be an absolute disaster and failure. The teacher left. Everyone was trying to console me, but I just straight up threw my pen and walked out the classroom. I thought to myself, this was it. This was the finale. And am I just gonna screw everything up? I wasn't the only one that failed. Some of them failed too, but their reactions are completely different than mine. Their reactions were, life goes on and 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 on. Yeah, 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 on and 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 on. I walked back in the room. Our advisor saw my absolutely pale face and went, "You alright?" And I just weakly nodded. But luckily, everything else after that was fine. I managed to pass the remaining, and even our advisor was like, "Alright, tell you what, you guys were the best to be with. So tell you what, we all do a TikTok together, and I'll add +10 to your tests." And we agreed, of course. I asked her if this is true, and she said she's a woman of her words, and I guess she was, cause my grades went up for that subject, so... Ha! Suck on you guys! We got a cool teacher! And finally, the end was dawning. We took one final group photo together. Our advisor went and said, "It was fun to be with you guys. I'll miss y'all and our banters and chaos. Sucks that we were only together for such little time. But honestly, for me, it was the shortness of our time that made it all truly special." Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, why not subscribe? I guess that would mean a lot. I would also leave a like. I guess. I don't know. I don't really know how to do this outro. But this video and experience in my school did left me with one question. Man, when will I get a girlfriend?